2.3 treble clef notes. For this first section, you're going to identify each note as a line note with an L or a space note with an S. So remember, line notes will have a line going through them, such as this one right here. If you notice, there's a line going through it. You can see it. So therefore, that one's going to be a line. A space note will be like this one right here, because you see that there is no line going through it, but it's wedged in between two spaces. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. This one is going to be a space note because there's a line and a line, but there's not one going through it. This one's going to be a line note because there is a line going through it. I'm going to leave these two for you. Now this one is a little tricky because there's no bottom line below it, but there's also not a line going through it. So therefore, we would actually call this a space note because there isn't a line going through it. So right here, this note would also be a space note because there's not a line going through it. However, this one would be called a line note because there is a line going right through the middle of it. I'm going to leave the rest of these for you to finish on your own. In number 2, it says, there are many easy ways to remember the line and space notes of the treble clef. The lines can be remembered with the phrase, every good boy does fine. There's lots of other ones too, and I would encourage you to find one that works for you. If you can't remember every good boy does fine, or if you've learned something else, go ahead and use it. I'm fine with that, but just realize that our bottom line is always going to be E of treble clef, and then G, B, D, and F. Number 3, you're just going to name the notes below. These are all line notes, so that means we are only using E, G, B, D, and F. So, every good boy does fine. There's our first note, F. Every good boy. Every good boy does. You can do it exactly the same way that I have just been doing it. I'm going to let you finish these last two lines. Don't forget to do line number 4. In number 5, sorry, my leg keeps getting in the video. It's kind of annoying. So, number 5 says the space notes of the treble clef spell the word face. So, as you can see, each space, F is our bottom space, A, C, and E. So just like with treble clef, just like with the lines, we're going to do the same thing with the spaces and count our way up. F, A, F, F, A, C, F, A, F, A, C, E, F, F, A. And I will let you finish those last 2 lines on your own, just to start getting them ingrained in your brain.